Hello pilots and welcome back to Flight Academy. It's time for Season 2. This series is brought to you by Out of Arc Gaming and my name as always is Phil. 11 players go head to head in a round robin single ship tournament to find out who is the ace pilot. The format rules are in the description below, but joining me for round 2, game 2, we have...
My name as always is Fraser. Thank you Phil for having me back.
No worries. Another interesting matchup here. We have Scum on Scum action. So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. Both players still searching for that first win after a very interesting round 1. But let's crack on through the list. Do you want to let us know what Conor has brought to the table?
So Conor has got a very, very simple Star Viper piloted by Guri, simply equipped with outmaneuver and the prime thrusters. Not sure I can argue with that personally.
No, I mean, it's a very limiting amount of points, but I think they are quite wisely spent. On the other side, we have Ben, who's running Talonbane Cobra in the Kirax with Predator, Proton Rockets, Contraband Cybernetics, False Transponder Codes, Shield Upgrade, and the Stealth Device. So
Savage.
A lot more upgrades that you can fit on Talonbane there. And this game we do have Road in effect as both pilots are Initiative 5. But this one's going to be interesting, I think. It all depends on... I think it all comes down to Conor's flying with this one as to how well this is going to go for him. And I know that seems like a bit of an odd thing to say because it always is, but Talonbane is a very tricky customer.
Mm-hmm.
I think we mentioned this in round 1. He's got that his ability means that he likes to be either at range 1 or range 3, kind of like a fang fighter.
Yeah.
And if he's in range 2, he's not the most happy.
No,
So,
and Star Viper with barrel rolls, it's a very sort of interceptory type tactic of just avoid stuff.
yeah. Those barrel rolls on the Star Viper are insane. Just calculating exactly how many green dice Talonbane gets, because he has
25 right now. 20.
Something like that. He has so many. Obviously, he gets the range 3 bonus, +1 for being Talonbane, +1 for stealth device, +1 for obstacle.
Yeah.
Then loses 1 for outmaneuver. So
yes,
they're just double checking it. But let's see. Not a bad roll there from Conor. 2 hits, but only just.
Oh, but you know what? You just expect. Right, I've got 25 green dice. I expect them all to be blank.
Yeah, they
I think
are.
I've said before anyway. I distinctly remember having an ESA 2 Obi-Wan Kenobi one at range 3 with a focus token, all my force, and maybe even an evade token and all my force. I go, I will be fine, and then I explode.
I think I remember that game as well.
Yeah, it's seared into my memory.
I mean, like I said, green dice are fickle. Never rely on them. Red dice are much more, despite them being an attack dice, they're much friendlier to you. But Talonbane came out of that unscathed and now actually has a shot this time, but...
It looks good doing it. I mean, still got some action. Does he barrel away from the rock? Does Ben...
I kind of think he got to. You're in a really awkward position there of, if you don't barrel roll away from that rock, you are limited to where you can go next turn, which Conor can really take advantage of, because where he's so far away from the rock, he can go he could go straight up to that rock and
just
do
a bank
crazy
hit,
barrel rolls.
Ben's only move would be a hard one to the right, which I think would be safe. But is that worth it?
Yeah, I think hard 1 or hard 2 would be fine. So it depends if he wants to, choosing aggression, going for the shot.
Sometimes the way to go in these games, I think.
Yeah. but that looks like it's in range 2, so no additional amount of dice there. Oh, Conor, unfortunate. No more tokens there.
Giving him a potential. Ben's still okay.
Yep, he got that evade. Had the focus there just in case he needed it, so he's absolutely fine here. So return shot. Double checking Predator.
I didn't think that was in.
The bullseye's an interesting one. So, but yeah, Predator live is going to be helpful, and that's a profit in fact.
Makes sense now because
that's good.
Yeah. Oof. Oh, there you go. All blank out. Pickle green dice.
That is Guri down to 1. Not quite.
That is. Yeah,
I got a bit trigger happy with the mouse there, but yeah, Guri is down to 1 from 1 attack. Ouch!
It's too exciting.
Yeah, that is a painful shot.
That's changed things so quickly.
Yeah,
I think that makes the hard one now worth it.
Yeah, I definitely think that was absolutely the right play at that point. The results really came out there, and again, green dice, super fickle. You'd think you'd get at least 1 there, but no, they really are nasty. Oh, I like that. I like the barrel here.
I know where this is going.
Closing down that space so that Guri can't. Ooh. Yeah,
that's bump, isn't it? Of course, Conor was going to bank 1. I don't believe the Star Viper can do. Can it do a straight 1?
Off the top of my head, I'll have to double check. I think it can do a straight 2, which I think might have been just fine on the obstacle. Then he would have had the ability to bank around it. But Conor does get the range 0 shot. Oh, it does have a straight 1, in fact. Yeah, it's got straights 1 through 4.
Fair enough.
So, interesting. Guri gets her focus for having a ship at range 1. Can't use it because it's a range 0 attack.
But it's free.
Really wished that it could use it.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's just disappointing. The dice are really not in Conor's favour here. But whilst we're getting into the next round, just want to remind you guys, if you do like what we're doing here at Art of Art Gaming, you can support us on Patreon with the link in the description below. Is that a false transponders, contraband cybernetics trigger? Yes, it is.
Oh, I hope so. That's a perfect time to use that one.
Oh,
taking Tarquet to lock.
Taking the lock and triggering false transponders at the same time. That's cheeky.
I need to use contraband on my gauntlet.
It is
I'm
good.
Looking forward to that.
It is a really good upgrade. It's a nice cheap illicit. Yeah. Only 1 use, which is probably the biggest downside to it. But when the positives on there are just that good, you don't really worry about that.
No, exactly.
Oh, but that is a nice barrel roll.
That is I do think the Star Vipers recover quite well.
Yeah, it just now needs to put in the work there to get that damage. It's got 7 health now to chew through with stealth device, but range 2, 2 hits, 2 evades. Ben just showing that green dice can be good to you.
But do not trust them because they will fail you eventually.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, Ben kind of has to disengage a little bit here, so hoping that his stealth device will be good for him.
Oh yeah, see that's a great place for Conor. He's now right in his behind.
Absolutely love that. Going to get the free focus. Probably doesn't need to do the link to calculate. Doesn't want to stress
not at all.
Guri.
Not at all.
Probably wished he had a target lock though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Finally sneaks the damage through.
Go. Stealth device is a goner.
The comeback starts here, people. The comeback starts here.
I think stealth device played his part, to be fair.
Oh yeah, absolutely. it weathered a good few shots. Kay turns straight up, not really worried, just hoping to get a shot in, especially now Ben has first player. Oh,
hello.
that's unfortunate.
Oh, that's not where he. Yeah.
No, Conor was not anticipating the K turn there, and no barrel roll is really going to help. He can barrel roll away, but
I think so. I'm not sure where he anticipated Ben going because he had the target lock. I think a K turn or Talon would have. A red maneuver of any description would have been a good call.
Possibly Conor was anticipating him trying to come round.
Possibly, yeah.
But we'll never know. Again, fortunately, he could barrel roll out of the arc there.
Yeah, prime thrusters being really good here.
Yeah.
Going for the boost, which is interesting. I'm not sure
interesting.
I would have thought that.
Going very aggressive. That the one bank?
Oh, I see. Okay, because Ben's not moved yet. Yes.
Yeah. Ooh.
But then he could.
If I was Ben, if I was Ben, I'd just focus up here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, focus up. Weather that storm. Conor doesn't have enough coming in to take him out.
No, there's no way that he can do enough damage.
He's elected to save that focus.
That's disappointing for Conor there. Would have liked more.
Yeah. Ben also elected to save the focus, choosing violence there. So
one damage was quite worth it, wasn't it?
Yeah. And
flipping it. Here we go.
Yeah. Oh,
oh my word.
He got the 3 of 8s, but it wasn't enough. It's exactly what Ed did in game 1. Yeah. Getting the maximum amount of 8s, but not quite having enough there. Wow.
Ben, tends to happen that when you've got 1 health left, you get all of 8s on your dice, but it's still not enough.
Yeah. Well, Ben flew that really well. Really recovered well from his first round loss to Wes, in which they both flew well. But Conor, I think, did pretty well on the recovery there.
I'd say so. Yeah.
I mean, that first attack though from Ben was brutal. You can't really argue with how powerful that was, but well flown by both players. Ben gets his first win for the tournament. Conor's still seeking that elusive first win, but I don't think it's going to be far off, guys. But Fraser, thank you very much for joining us for game 2.
Thanks, sir.
And we will have game 3 coming up very shortly. So guys, don't forget, like the video, subscribe to the channel, link for the Patreon in the description below, but we will see you next time.